This is a HeadGum podcast.
And we are back. We were just going on the classic movie, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
That was just something fierce.
Gareth, what's a movie that when you watched just kind of defined it for you? Just said like, this is it. I want to get in the business. I love this movie. This is just what I like.
You know, when I was a kid, I fancied myself a Michael J. Fox. So Back to the Future.
Oh my God. I've never seen that comp for you.
Back to the Future was like it for me. And I remember I used to go to Supercuts.
That's adorable, Gareth.
I used to go to Supercuts, and every now and then someone would be like, you kind of look like Michael J. Fox. And I would be like,
you don't say.
The chemicals in my body are reacting in a way that I'm going to have trouble containing my enthusiasm for what you've just said.
I got to say, I never saw that comp, but you got a little Michael J. in you.
He was it for me.
So what is it?
Everything. I mean, I had the hard way.
Casualties of War?
Well, I mean, I liked it, but I was more the hard way. Like I would watch his bad movies over and over.
Yeah.
I would be a staunch defender of Doc Hollywood.
Interesting.
I love
And what did you love about Michael J.?
I just thought he was, I don't know. I thought he was, I loved Family Ties. He was funny on Family Ties.
Loved Family Ties.
And then Back to the Future was just one. I mean, it was, we're getting back to it now, but when movies were enormous events, like I watched Jaws the other day on a plane.
Yeah.
And then after I was just kind of Googling around about it, it's like, that changed culture. The movies that absolutely shook a season of entertainment, and it was everywhere. And Back to the Future, I just liked Michael J. Fox's style. I don't know. What about you?
Well, in terms of changed culture really fast, when we were doing New Girl, Rob Reiner, the great Rob Reiner, came on and was Zoe's dad. And he would just fill the set with stories. He was just one of those, he was exactly who you wanted him to be.
Yeah.
Funny and warm.
Sharing,
but jokey, willing to improvise. He and Zoe doing song numbers in between stuff. And we got to talking about TV, and we were all just saying what we love about it. And that is a lot of people see it and it become parts of culture. And then he would go, it's different. He goes, the numbers keep going down in TV as there's different ways. But he goes, when I was doing All in the Family, he said, you would record a joke that you knew hit, and you'd go oh, that's a huge laugh. And he would go, and it happens at the 13-minute mark of the episode. So you would know when America would all laugh together, because as it would be coming up, you could almost feel, because everybody watched it at the same time.
Crazy.
And I thought, man, that's what's missing.
I agree.
That is so nice that culturally everybody watched the same movie when it opened.
Yeah, lines.
So we were all affected.
Yeah, it
doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't. I mean, well, New Girl was one of the, even then you can watch, but there was
New Girl was different. But people find it, and Girl is still, people are still finding it for the first time.
Oh yeah, but that's the luxury of the secondary.
But the other era was you saw it together and it happened, and then creatives all adjusted to it. Then it influenced other things.
Think about The Sopranos. When that was ending. Everybody for the most part was finding, even if you had HBO, you'd find someone who had HBO, whatever it was, and you would watch it at the same exact time. Think about The Sopranos finale.
Yeah, totally.
Everybody watched it and was like, what the fuck just happened? I mean, it was
crazy.
Fully a shared
that used
moment.
to happen back in the day with Mike Tyson fights.
Oh, yeah. Sports is the only thing that
sports still go on. Yeah, sports still goes on.
It's different, but it really was. I mean, you just had, this is so get off my lawn shit, but you just had less options.
Yeah.
So you savored what you had more.
Yeah. When I was a kid, it was always Bill Murray. It
Bad
was
track.
Well, he looked like my family. He talked like my family. It just felt like he also was weird looking. He had acne scars.
Yeah.
Do you know, there was like a certain,
yeah.
but there was like a certain people on TV and movies, they have a certain look. And I was like, those people never make me laugh. The guys who make me laugh are like my uncle, who's so funny. Or that like random guy is so funny. And Bill Murray was the beginning of like, I would watch him and be like, that's just a fucking guy in the restaurant.
Completely. And he'd be a love interest.
And he would be, but even as a love interest, you'd be like, his shirt doesn't look good.
No.
I'd be like, he's balding.
Yeah.
And then he would be so charming, you'd go like, I think she might like him.
Yeah.
And it was like, for me, Groundhog's Day, I was like, this fucking guy was incredible. But then it was that for a while. And then when I saw Bottle Rocket and Swingers, that era.
Because you felt like you could achieve.
No, because I felt like I was an SNL guy as a kid, but I stopped being into that shit in like 4th, 5th grade. So I liked all that stuff. But by the time I was in like high school, I was like, I don't know what it is. I was like, my dream is not to be, I don't want to be doing, there was a lot of stuff. I was like, I don't want to be on that.
Yeah.
I want it. I need it, but that's not the dream. And then when I saw Bottle Rocket, I was like, I want to be in that. I literally want to be Dignan. I don't want to do something similar. I want to be him. And I want to be in a movie where I have the crew and then I get ripped off. And then at the end, I'm in jail. And then right after that was like when I saw Swingers and then I saw Made. I was like, oh, I want to be in a connection with like a Jon Favreau and I want to be Vince Vaughn. Or I'll be Jon Favreau. I don't care. Then I saw Rushmore and I was like,
yeah.
I was like, fuck. And then those guys did the bigger ones, like the old school. And I'm like, that's the bigger studio version, but it's funny as hell. Really quick question, then we'll get out of this intro. Who are the stand-ups you looked up to?
The first stand-up I loved was Louis Anderson.
Interesting.
I remember him doing bits about his mother, and I thought he was the funniest person on earth. Then once I started watching Robin Williams, but I literally remember watching, going to Blockbuster and renting Louis Anderson stand-up specials and just watching him do impressions of his mom. The cat licks the butter, then the cat's dead. And I just was like, I was just dying laughing. In heaven. I mean, he just did impressions of his parents the whole time. Because in the 80s, I mean, you still have this to some extent where you've got to, a stand-up will make fun of their appearance or whatever the fuck. That is not appealing to me. And he had to do that. That was like the opening. He had to talk about how big he was or whatever. But the second that he started to talk about his family, his dad was just this,
shit.
His dad just kind of this acerbic, aggressive, ultra-American man. And his mom just paranoid about everything. He's got those big doughy eyes. Man, he just fucking killed me.
That's amazing. Everybody, enjoy the show.
Hey, everybody, we just want to remind you, if you want to watch new episodes of We're Here to Help, it drops a day early on Hulu. So you can watch the new episode a day early. And we're also dropping a bunch of older episodes from season 1 and season 2. So get involved. And we are brought to you by Veracity. Most protein powders don't help with cravings, but Veracity Power Protein helps solve cravings once and for all.
I mean, let's be honest. I'm a man who's looking to get healthier as I age. Got some cholesterol issues. Got some thickness. I got to get the body fat down, keep the muscle up. We're getting older. At least I am. And Gareth is, although he hates to admit it.
We are sponsored by Veracity. It's an all-natural way to get the protein that you need. They're revolutionizing health by tackling the root cause, metabolism. More protein in your diet is just a better way to satisfy your cravings. That's why Veracity's doctor-developed Metabolic Power Protein is the way. Metabolic Power Protein is your daily sidekick for a healthy metabolism, sustainable energy, and appetite control. It's 2 scoops, 20 grams of plant-based protein, which I like. They've got a great mission. They're trying to help those of us with a slower protein, or those of us who are bragging about about the protein. And this is the only natural option I've found out there to help with this. So get the protein in your diet you need to satisfy your cravings the natural way with Veracity.
Use code here to help for up to 65% off of your order. That's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off.
Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for 65% off. And make sure you use our promo code here to help so they know that we sent you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Can we get your first name, please?
My name is Jenna.
Jenna. Where are you calling from, Jenna?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah.
Hi, Jenna.
That's
Jess.
Hello.
Hi.
That's Jess.
You sound so excited. I'm so curious to know what you're going to say.
Well, first of all, that is Jess Rona, Jenna,
Yeah,
from
hi.
Jess Rona Grooming. She's an actress.
That is
She's
where
a
I'm from.
comedian.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
But she has
Hi.
created such a monster
Hi.
of a business apart from her
Bless
other
you.
talents. That is
Wow.
impressive.
Wow. Thank you so much. I receive
it.
with gratitude. Thank you.
With gratitude and love.
Yeah.
So, Jenna, you also got the Care Bear. Gareth Reynolds is here.
Hello.
He hasn't created a side business like Jess Rona Grooming that
I'm grooming.
exploded on social media for you, Jess.
I really did.
Yeah.
Jess made
Yeah.
these videos
It's
where
bananas.
you would put like a song to a dog.
Yeah.
and-
That's old school. I used to make these videos of dogs blowing in the wind in slow-mo, and then the song would crescendo as the hair would blow and the eyes would lock into camera. It was very epic.
it was
And that's kind of
incredible.
what got it all started. Yeah.
It's
It was
awesome.
bananas. Yeah.
So, Jenna, anything we
Yes.
should know about you before we start?
Um,
Got any dogs?
I don't have any dogs. I do have a cat.
Oh, what's the
No
cat's
play.
name?
Okay.
Her name is Lizzie. She's the best.
Did you name? Well, how come you came up with the name Lizzie for a cat? What made you think of that?
Well, so when we got her, we thought she was a boy, so we called
Okay.
her Grizzy.
Ah.
And then when we found out she was a girl, I didn't care having her name Grizzy, but apparently my family cared. So they were like, let's make it Lizzie. And I was like, okay, now she's got like a human name, but it fits her. It's great. I love
That's
it.
so cute.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I love that.
Now
Did
this
you
is going to be
know
the.
that-
Go ahead, Jess.
I was just gonna say, like human people names, like Chris for an animal, it just cracks me up. There's
Oh,
really
it's
no
great.
dog named Chris.
No,
There's just really no dog named Chris. But I
Yeah.
I bet this is the only Lizzie the cat.
I feel the same way. It's
How
just
cute
such
is
a
that?
regular name.
Dave Anthony has a dog
Yeah.
named Larry, and it's endlessly
That's
funny.
so cute.
Yeah.
I love that. Larry.
But Larry's a
in here.
funny name.
It's
Yeah.
fun-
Lizzie or Chris as a dog, like
yeah.
you know. Oh,
Like
by the way,
Todd.
Steve Berg has a cat named David.
And he has one named
No.
Steven
Yes.
Jr.
Yeah, but David killed me. Comedic.
David Berman, I think is its name.
David Berman.
That is
Okay,
so funny. How did I not know that?
Yeah, that's pretty
And
good.
Steven
That's
Jr.
so cute.
Yes.
It's
Okay,
insane.
Jenna, what is the problem today? Take over.
So my problem that I need help with you guys today is how do I explain to my 78-year-old father that my husband and I do in fact know how to have children and how the process works? We just haven't yet.
Explain this problem. What does it mean?
So he lives with my sister, and he apparently over the last couple of months has been talking to my sister, worried that my husband and I don't know how to make a baby. Apparently, he thinks that we don't understand how to conceive a child. And the reason we know this is because he looked my sister dead in the eyes and goes, "Do you think they know they need to keep it in?"
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
All right.
my sister calls me and she goes, "Jenna, you have to have a conversation with Dad. He thinks you don't understand how to have kids." And I have reassured him multiple times that you guys know what you're doing, but he thinks you just don't understand how it works.
Okay.
And
So-
I just,
I'm going to jump in
Yeah,
something for Jess and Gareth here. This call is not about does Jenna want kids, and it's not about the dad's behavior about anything regarding his desire to be a grandpa.
It's not about telling the dad, no, we're not having kids.
And it's not even having that conversation. This is how do we explain to Jenna's dad, or how does Jenna, that she and her husband actually know how to have sex and make a baby if they want it. Is that correct, Jenna?
That is exactly right. And yes, we do want kids. It just hasn't happened yet. But
yeah, and also, but this is the stuff you need to talk to your dad about.
Yeah, I'm picturing a scene.
Why do you keep going?
I'm picturing a scene where we're in neutral ground, so there's no emotions. We're just neutral. You know, maybe there's like a cup of coffee. A Chipotle. Great.
Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Cup of coffee.
Sure. Just something. And then you can just sit dad down and just say, hey, can we talk?
Keep going.
And just keep it really grounded, connect, eye contact, and then just let him know, like, you understand how babies are made.
Jess, let's do this really fast.
Yeah.
Let's you and me in the scene. I'll be the dad.
Okay.
Let's just see how that plays. Because that feels, I'm hearing it, but I'm not positive. So we're in a neutral area.
And you call your dad dad? You just say dad?
Yeah. Yeah. I call him dad.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Here you go.
Hey, this is like, okay, we've already scheduled this thing.
Yeah, we're just hanging.
We're just hanging. Dad, I was wondering if I could just talk to you for a little bit.
Of course.
Okay. I've heard that you don't think that I know how babies are made.
Well,
is that true?
Well,
no,
well, you don't have a baby. I don't know if you guys know what you're doing because it's not that hard to do. It's like connecting Legos.
I know. But like, you really think we don't know as adults?
I mean, you don't have a baby. I don't know. You don't have a baby. You know, it's not that hard to do.
So the only way you would think we know is if we had. Right.
Me and your mom made you.
You know, have you ever considered that we don't want a kid and we know how to have a baby?
Jess, that's not what this is about.
Okay, you're right. I thought of that right when I said that.
That is not what this is about.
You're right.
This is why I wanted to run it.
I don't know if I don't know if I can look my dad in the eyes and be like, I know how to have sex. I just feel like.
Okay, so Jenna, hold on. Let's do this really fast.
Okay.
But Jenna, before we do that really fast, Gareth, you're the dad. Jenna, let's hear how you would say it to your dad. Let's hear you do it.
Okay. Hey, Dad. Can I talk to you for a second?
Absolutely, Jenna.
Yeah. Hey, so I know that you love kids. We all. I mean,
it's a legacy.
We love them all, right?
Love them all.
Yeah. Yeah. And
not a bad
I know
one.
No, you're right. I know that you're worried maybe that why we haven't had any kids yet. And I want to let you know.
There's got to be a reason. So.
Well, I know you might think that we don't know what we're doing, but I promise you, Dad, I know how to have sex. Okay? I know what I'm doing.
Did your sister talk to you?
Yeah, she told me.
The problem is not the sex. It's the very end is really the key to all of this stuff.
Yeah.
You have to.
Well,
there's the last part, which maybe you don't know. I don't think I explained it right when you were kids.
Well, I think Mom had that conversation with us, but
I should have been there. I was working.
Really
I
interesting
know,
take on Dad.
You did a lot. You did a lot for us, Dad.
All right.
Also, not what the call's about, Gareth.
I'm in the middle of something.
Sorry.
Yeah. I know that you're worried that we're not keeping it in long enough, but I promise you we are.
He's finished. He's done.
We are.
He's done.
All right, Jenna, I'm going to jump in.
Simmer?
Jenna, I'm going to jump in here. Your instincts to kill this was right. This is not something that could happen with you and your dad.
I've enjoyed it.
It's insane. I can't believe this is even happening to me, that I even have to have this conversation with my father.
Okay. But I wanted to run that by because it was our first pitch, and I wanted to see. I don't think we do. A lot of people listen to the show and go, just go the straight shot. So we tried the straight shot. I think that would be a really weird thing to do with your dad. Jenna, what are you kind of feeling right now? Are you feeling you want to walk away from the straight conversation and see if there's another way to do it?
That's what I would like to do. I mean, if I have to talk to the straight, I'm sure I could if you maybe help. I just think a different way might be better.
Okay. In your heart of hearts, what zone are you kind of thinking? Because we can just start pitching, but
yeah, like also like what if you made it like a joke? What if you're like, you know, cleaning up after dinner and you're just like making a joke of it, you know? Like, oh, dad doesn't think I know how to have a baby, but, you know, I don't know.
That's interesting.
There's not a joke, but just like that kind of energy.
I got some ideas along that line, which is like you could just set up a series of moments, like have dad over for eclairs. And as you're making the eclairs, you fill the eclair and either you or your husband go, leave it in, finish on the inside, just like making a baby, huh, Dad?
Or...
That's a good one.
Or Jenna, you never say the making the baby. You do it like the movies used to do it, where they're comedically simulate that showing sex happens between two characters, where you have like a rocket ship takeoff, or you've got like a drill bit going over and over into
that's
something.
Drilling
so fun.
the oil
like the sex
and the-
montage.
The montage.
Oh, yes.
You could also do something passive aggressive and just leave a bunch of books and literature around, like this is how babies are made, so you don't even have to say anything. You could just be like, oh, just doing some light reading, and like I know all this stuff that's in this book.
Or
something like
you
that.
could also do that's passive aggressive. Next time he comes over, leave a bunch of condoms in your bathroom, so that he's like, oh, they know what they're doing, they just don't want
it.
That's a pretty good pitch too. I was going to also say, have him over, have some pizza, and put on an animal documentary, just like random, oh, let's watch this, but you've queued it up, and it's just wildlife fucking, and you very easily can just be like, oh, yeah, well, they're going to have some young soon.
Or here's a
That's
crazy
good.
idea. Here's a crazy idea on that one, Jenna. Let's heighten this and make your dad, because your dad is the guy who created this problem, not you. So
Yeah.
put a documentary on of animals fucking and go, Dad, what are they doing?
You think?
You make
You
him
think?
do the talk. He's talking behind your back. I'm a big believer of what you say behind someone's back. You better be able to say it to their face. So
Then she
behind
has to
your
listen
back,
to her dad explain it.
I know it, but then it's going to kill him. But behind his back, he's saying, I don't know. They know what they're doing. So then go like, Dad, what are those rhinos doing? And he'll go like, you know, and you go like this. I don't. And he'll go, we're having sex. And you go, like that? And then have him go like, honey, this is sex. And then have your husband go, I've never seen an action like that in my life, sir.
I love it. I think we got to... Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Jenna.
No, I love that. I think my husband would totally be game, because when I told him about this, he was like, oh my God. Does your dad, like, what is your dad thinking? I love that. But Gareth, what were you going to say?
I don't want to talk past the close. I like that you like it. I think it's fun.
Pitch, baby.
My last one was going to be have him overhear a phone call where your friend is pregnant and is kind of upset about it. And you go, they know, Dad, it's kind of weird, but it's like, normally, I guess they don't take a lot of precautions. She's not on the pill. She thought he pulled out, but I guess he finished inside, and now she's
This
pregnant.
is so sad. Yeah. So, Jenna,
The animal stuff is more
That's
fun.
really,
But
yeah, but I
let's
really
not-
like
well,
the pregnant one.
me too.
Yeah.
Let's not think fun. Let's think effective. And then we can make effective
think-
fun. What do you like, Jenna?
I like the idea of turning on something with animals only because I don't think that I can say the words finishing inside. Like, I just don't think I can
I
say
understand that.
those words.
What
to my
feels
father.
better?
Well, it's too
Yeah,
bad.
It's
I don't know
tough.
if I could say this around my mom.
Could you say like
My
to
mother's here right
completion?
now.
Stop.
Your mom's there?
What about it? What'd you say? An
No,
erection?
keep going. We're not. No. She said to completion.
Is that
to
better?
completion. No.
No.
I just
To
feel like
finish?
it is so. It's just so weird that, like, I just don't think I could say I think if we pulled something up and maybe we kind of just played dumb and see maybe how he explained it,
Yeah.
maybe that would get maybe then it would give him the opportunity to say his piece.
Or admit
but-
in that moment that he's being ridiculous behind your back and you guys might know.
Oh, so
Yeah.
then like tell him, like once
You
he
could
says
do
it,
it
then be
like-
like,
If he balks Jenna, then you could go, I thought you were telling, what's your sister's name?
her name's Allison.
You could go like,
That's
I thought you
my
were saying
sister's name.
you could go like, I thought you were saying to Allison that you didn't know we knew what we were doing. So what's happening here, Dad? And then you go, mind if we film it? Or he's like, okay, you know what? You guys are being assholes.
Oh,
This isn't
I thought
funny.
This is like
But it
Columbo
probably would get
one.
him to stop.
That
That's
would get him
fun.
to go, no, Big Daddy. You want to say behind our back, I'm an adult woman. This is my adult husband. So will you explain what's happening to us like the children you think we are? Or I would have your husband do it one-on-one with him.
Oh, that might be kind of cool.
Because then your husband goes to him, he goes on and goes like, hey, sir. Because I'll tell you, I would feel way more comfortable with my wife's family doing something than with mine to go like, hey, sir, I've got a question for you. And he goes, what's going on, bub? And you go, we're interested in kids. And he goes, I've been dying to hear that. And he goes, you got any idea how to do it? He goes, what do you mean? You go, how the fuck do you get these things? I've been looking all over for them. How do you make them? And he'll go, what? And he goes, I'm actually being serious, sir. How do you make a baby? So that he has to explain to your
Hubs would
husband.
really have to commit to that, and he'd have to be a decent actor.
It's
Okay,
it's the third party issue. We've got Jenna.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
think
Okay, you're right. All right.
My gut is animal. If you show animals fucking, I mean, this is what I was thinking real quick, Jake.
Yeah.
We could have, if we wanted, we could have Kyle just edit together a bunch of animals fucking, and it could just be kind of like, what is this? And just throw it on, and then it's kind of random, but then you know. And
That
if
would
we
be really nice.
If
That
we
would be of
wanted,
service to Jenna. It'd be
if
really
we wanted,
nice.
I could do a fake. I
With
could do
gratitude.
I could do a fake Attenborough over it and keep saying, and he's finished inside,
And this is how babies are made.
and that's why they'll have
You can
a
put a
young
little
rhino.
text on screen.
He's
Yeah.
finished inside.
You could
I mean, that's
also like
pretty
do
fun.
a combo. You got your literature, you got your pregnant friend, you got sex on screen
He's
with
gonna-
animals.
It's like
you
a
could just
haunted
get like
house.
he could be like, okay, like that way you don't even have to speak.
Then you
He's
go in the
just gonna
bathroom.
know.
There's condoms stuck to the mirror. He's like,
Condoms
Jesus
everywhere.
Christ.
So Jenna,
That's fun.
Yeah,
just
he
hit
sits
it
down
like
on the
just,
couch and there's just condoms everywhere.
Oh, sorry,
I
Dad.
don't hate that.
that
I don't
would be,
hate that.
That's kind
That
of
would
the
be a
pinata
full
version of
direct explanation.
That's good.
it all. So Jenna,
I really go ahead.
go to
I'm sorry.
you. No, go to you now, because we've given you some pretty good pitches, and I think we've got a winner in this mix. But what are you going to do here?
I really think that if I have my dad over, maybe just with my husband and maybe my mom, because I don't really know if she even knows what's going on with him, but have him come over, we finish eating, we come in the living room and I turn the TV on and it just happens. I love the idea of the commentary with Gareth, because
Okay.
then I think it can really get the point across of, that, and then just saying like, hey, Dad, what is this? What is this?
Jess, would you
What are
be
we
willing to be in the
watching?
commentary too?
Yeah.
Let's do a Jess and Gareth commentary on it, where they're two narrators of this. Okay,
I
keep
think
going,
that
Jenna.
that is great.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I can have it on and I can say, what is this? And hopefully he's going to say, well, what do you mean? What is this? I mean, and then I'm assuming I'll say, well, I don't even know what they're doing. And maybe then we go, or what's the best way for me to verbiage, you think, after
You know what we could
when I
do,
ask
Jenna?
them what they're doing?
You know what we could do,
Yeah.
Jenna? At the end
What?
of it, Gareth and Jess could say very clearly, we could do this as a prank to your dad. Go, what's happening is they're making babies because obviously, and say your dad's name, obviously Craig. Jenna knows how to make babies and you shouldn't talk behind
Well-
her
Oh,
back.
just
'Cause
like
it's
really
crazy.
just say it.
And
'Cause you
just
can also
'cause-
put text on screen.
Finishing
This
You
is
can send like a
inside.
very big message.
Planet
Yes.
Earth's finishing inside.
yeah, so that at the end it finishes and he's allowed to laugh too, but it's going like, your behavior's crazy, man. And this isn't a talk. This is just getting crazy, dude.
I would actually think that would be really funny.
I like that.
I don't know if I should
like
also do the commentary though.
Okay.
I like
But I
that
can,
too
like-
because then I think my dad would be like, oh yeah, no, okay, I was out of line. Like maybe it'll put it into perspective to him that like,
Yes.
come on, like
Great.
get it together.
What video do you want from us? What would be the most helpful for you?
I kind of really like the idea of at the end, like his name is Rick, being like, Rick, she knows what she's doing.
Ooh, how about
Like-
this?
like-
How about this, Jenna? What if it goes on and then your voice comes into the thing?
Oh, I love that. Hey,
And so-
Dad, guess
Oh,
what?
Hey, Dad, and then he's
Yeah.
hearing, so he's just
Yes.
watching where he's like, what is this? And it's short. It's like 30 seconds where the whole family's like, ew, why are we watching these
Yeah.
animals having sex? And then it's like, whatever you want to say, Gareth, of setting up with like sex in the animal kingdom. It's similar to humans. It's the way the world works. And then all of a sudden it stops at like the climax. We'll have Kyle do like rockets going off, all the things that simulate the end.
A
And-
sponge squeezing.
A sponge
Yeah.
squeezing. And then
Fireworks.
fireworks, all the stuff.
Oil drilling. That's
That's
how it
dancing
works.
people.
Yeah,
And like some of those dances.
couple
I don't know.
randoms.
That's just
Everyone
random.
knows, Rick. You just have to finish inside.
But then, no, not you. Then she jumps in.
Uh-huh.
hey, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
It's
Hey, Dad,
me.
guess what?
Hey,
it's
Rick.
me, Jenna. You can also have Rob. What if we have Jenna and Rob?
Yes.
And just
Hey-
being like,
hey,
hey,
Dad."
Dad, it's us. Guess what? We know how babies are made.
So you
Thank
don't
you for
have to
watching.
keep. Yes, we're on our own schedule. We know what we're doing. We don't need you talking anymore about it. This is really embarrassing stuff, and we hope you're as embarrassed as we've been. And then it's like the last shot is an animal having sex again, where you're just like, ew. And then it goes off.
I think that would be, I love the idea of having, hopefully Rob would be game to do it. I think he would be game for having the voice at the end. And we could say, listen, Dad, clearly we know what we're doing.
Yes.
Stop talking about us behind our back.
I love this.
We will do this.
You know what
when
I'm
the
also
time is right.
picturing?
I love this.
Yes. I'm also picturing the montage being like, I know you said 30 seconds, but like, giraffes fucking, cheetahs fucking, just like boom, boom,
Yeah,
all these different
totally.
animals, like crazy. And then over that, like a calm voiceover. Hey, Dad. It's just like the crazy.
That's really
I think
fun,
that would be really
too.
fun. Just,
I
and
think
I
that's-
love the idea of like the finish, like the rocket and stuff. That
Same.
could be a fun ending, a big crescendo. Super fun. We can get
100%.
you can get like a little
then just, like,
orchestral
a the
music in the
end.
background.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
And
the
even
end,
put
don't
yourselves
bring it
on
up again.
camera. Put yourselves on camera.
Interesting.
It could be really low budge. Just like get yourself on camera. And
Film
just talk
yourself
at the
on. You're
end.
just talking about talking
You
on
can-
the iPhone
you
where they're
can
on the
grab-
camera. Oh my God.
grab
What if
Rob's
it's you two
hand.
guys in bed?
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Oh,
yeah.
love that. With like, yeah, you're in bed.
You're
clothed.
holding the phone up like this, and you guys are laying on your back with your shirts off, and it's above the
Oh.
shoulders. So it's like you
Okay.
just had sex, and go like,
Okay.
"Hey, Dad, we know what we're doing. We just don't have kids yet. Stop talking about us behind our backs."
That's so direct and also funny because we wanted Dad to laugh a little.
Yes,
So
of
that's
course, but be
super funny.
humiliated.
Sure.
Oh yeah, he would
would
definitely
die.
be like, all right, yeah, no, okay, yeah. Like he would
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
be like backpedaling like
Yeah.
crazy.
I didn't
Does
say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
So
I
then,
love how
Yeah,
your
he'd be
dad
like, your
character
sister-
evolved.
Just to my
Yeah,
dad.
yeah. He'd be like,
he's-
your sister is making this up, and I'd be like, no, he's not. No,
Ooh,
no,
then
she's
you know what we
not.
could do as a button? There's a beat, and then you pause it, and then if your dad says that, then you get video of your sister going, "I'm not making this up. Dad really asked," and then it's the direct quote.
Oh, I don't think that.
Because then and it's also a nice lesson. Stop talking behind each other's backs. Shut up.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So tell us now what you're gonna do.
I am going to have them over, and we're gonna have a nice time. Act like nothing's going on. No big deal. We'll come in the living room, and I'm gonna turn on the TV and just say, "Oh, let's watch this," and whatever. Turn it on.
Cool.
And it will be the montage, and
Great.
there'll be some kind of all of these different animals living their best fucking life, and doing everything. And then hopefully some good overlay with some Gareth remarks.
Okay.
Do you
And
have an
then
Apple TV, Jenna? Do you have an Apple
do,
TV? Because
yes.
you can just stream it straight from your computer. So you can make it on your and you can get it on the Apple TV.
Well, we're gonna have a guy make it. So
Yeah.
Gareth,
and
will
then
you
I can
run point
screen
with
share
Kyle?
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So then
I'm down to do voiceover if you need. I just feel like it's more authentic to just have the one guy's voice. You know?
Do we even need the voiceover? I mean, do we just
don't
want to
know.
have
Now
them
I kinda
fucking and then at the end you just kind of say what it is? Like we just do the
kinda
fuck
feel like we
montage,
just do the fuck
fireworks,
montage.
oil pump, then you film your thing and then you just cut it in the
the
end.
oil
Like,
pump.
yeah.
yeah. Like
the
drilling for
oil?
oil. Yeah, like oil
For
splooge.
oil, that's good.
And then you just go, hey, Dad, it's us. We're also animals, and we know how it works. We're on our own timeline. Love
That's
ya.
right. And Jenna, you could film that. Gareth is going to hook you up with Kyle, who's going to do the editing of this. And so if you film that, he'll just put that in the clip.
Yeah. So we'll give you a fuck montage of 45 to a minute, and then we'll just end it with you and Rob in bed explaining to your dad, hey, we get it.
So all we need from you, Jenna, is that 20-second clip to email in. And then the next thing you're going to get is the video.
Yeah.
And then we need
solve
you
this
to
whole problem.
Yeah, and we
in
need
30
you to
seconds.
film the whole thing. Your dad
absolutely.
watching the reaction after.
Yes. Set the
This
phone up
is-
near the TV for when this happens, obviously. Obviously.
I can I could get I could set my phone up in the corner on my dad, and then I can have like my husband's phone on the TV, and we can get like a full. I can only imagine this is. I hope
crazy.
now he learns.
Yes.
So
this is fantastic.
next
I cannot
up,
wait
Jenna,
for this.
film you and Rob in bed, send that to the show. They'll get it to me. I'll work with our guy Kyle, and we'll get that back to you. Then you can set up the sting.
Huge win.
And we'll go.
So just to be clear before we go. Yeah, Jenna, are you excited about this?
I am so excited about this, and my parents live so close. Like, we could do this very quickly. Like, it could happen very quickly where as long as I give this stuff to him, we'll get it back. I mean, we could do this quickly, and hopefully he can just fill the F out and not
Gareth,
ask about my
you
timeline.
want to talk to Kyle today?
Sure.
We'll just hire him to do
send
this?
that video in, and then we'll get the rest done.
I am so excited that you guys have helped me with this. This is going to be great, and
it was an honor helping you. I can't wait for the rest of your
thankful.
life.
Awesome.
I feel
thank you
this
for the
is
call.
Probably not the craziest thing that you guys have heard, but
it's pretty great. I mean, Solve's great. All right, Jenna, send that in.
Send it back to us. We'll be in touch with you, and thank you so much for the call.
Thank you, Jenna.
Bye,
thank
Jenna.
you guys so much.
Bye.
Nice to talk to you.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, can we get your name, please?
My name is Haley.
Haley. Where are you calling
Hi,
from, Haley?
Haley.
Hi.
That is the great Jess Rona from Jess Rona Grooming.
That's me. Hi.
Oh, from Jess Rona Grooming.
Hi.
Yes.
Do you know? Do you know who that is? Do you know? It's okay if you
Can you
don't.
tell me? Are you?
Yeah.
Well, I
Don't
have
even
a
worry
thought,
about
but
it.
I don't want to embarrass myself
Haley,
by saying
what's your
more.
thought? What's your thought?
Are you married to Eric Eccles? To Eric?
Edelstein.
Eric Ecclestein.
Yes, I am. I am Eric's
Oh my gosh,
wife.
I've definitely looked you up on the internet before.
I'm so glad. Yeah, I've been just Lucille Ball, waiting behind the curtain, ready to pop onto this fucking podcast.
Well, I'm so happy
Is
you're
it my
here.
turn yet? Hello?
My question really involves grooming in some way, so you're really the perfect person.
Ooh.
That's
let's
exciting.
party.
All right, Haley, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from San Francisco.
San Fran, cool. And how old are you, Haley?
36.
You got any dogs?
No dogs.
Got
I
any
would say
cats?
I lean a little bit more cat.
But you don't have. But you don't
But
have
I
any
appreciate
pets.
your work, Jess. I don't have any pets right now.
That's cool.
Okay.
And what do you do in San Fran?
Yeah.
What keeps you busy?
I work in education, so I've had lots of different jobs, from teaching, leading in schools, a whole range.
What do you think of all the hot take stuff?
I love the hot take stuff.
Same.
I think it's great. I think that when you're getting kids excited to be sharing their opinions and just excited to come to class every day, that translates to so much else.
I totally agree. And have you seen the new website that was made?
I have not.
www.hottaketoosday.com. Gareth, I don't know if you know about this.
I don't think I've seen it. No.
But we've been emailing back and forth, and they've made an official Hot Take Tuesday curriculum, made a website to send to teachers and educators to try to spread this around schools. So,
I've never
I
heard
love
of
it.
this.
I'll send it around.
it's
How
fun
cute.
stuff.
Oh, it's a beautiful website. It's super cute. Okay, sorry, distracted.
No, but it's really nice. So, Haley, take over. What do we got today?
Okay, I am calling in because I started dating someone about a month and a half ago.
Uh-oh.
And seems like a great
Already,
guy. He's really supportive and he seems really great. We're obviously still getting to know each other. And our first date was on the phone, which, circa 2020. And we had a great conversation, so much overlap, interesting same things. And then first date in person, we went out to dinner, instant chemistry, feeling the good vibes. And he was wearing like jeans and a sweatshirt. I was like, okay, I didn't really, nothing stood out about his outfit. Date number 3. And he showed up wearing one of those flat caps, like a Newsie's cat from the musical. And it's really bad. It's so ugly.
Jess, I think that's an Eric cap.
Yeah, wait.
Oh,
I'm
no.
trying
Eric
to
has one of those.
Oh, he does. He does.
Are those bad? Like a flat cap?
I don't think it's bad, but third date is sort of like, what is this, a child?
If you now say he was wearing a trench coat that he got at an estate sale, I'm now worried it's good. Yeah, that Eric has that hat.
I would say
bad.
I told my
We don't like
peers, and we're not into it.
Yeah, I
Not
can
so
see
much.
both sides, but I get you.
But Jess, you like it on Eric.
I'm not trying to yuck your
I
yum,
like it.
Jess.
Yeah. No,
That's
it's but
okay.
this is a Haley
I think
call.
it's fun. Sure, yeah, of course. So you're horrified by this.
I'm not into the hat. And he wore it on the third date.
Okay.
He wore it again this week. And
God.
I'm going to start introducing him to people in my life. And I'm really worried he's going to wear this hat.
So you
It's really
have,
ugly. I mean,
so
there
this
are
is a hat
wider
take.
problems.
Okay.
Hat
There
take.
But this is a
Hat
perfect
take,
problem for our show.
My hat take is this is really bad. It's
Yeah,
a bad
okay.
hat take. And the first time I went to
Yeah.
his place, he has a whole wall of hats.
Oh no.
Of this kind of hat?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Of this style of hat?
There were many of this style, so I'd say 5 or 6, which is
That's
5 or
fine.
6
Oh,
too
no.
many.
He's a
Okay.
hat
And then there
guy.
were
You
other
hate hat
hats, and-
guys.
It's
Well,
this
I
type
just
of
think if
hat.
you're going to wear a hat, it's especially this type of hat, like this or a fedora, no go. But I
Why?
also generally
Why
think,
don't you like Haley? Why don't you
I
like
just
that
think
hat?
they're really unattractive.
I gotta say,
Just-
I'm kind of
I
with
don't-
Haley on this. Like
Really?
men in fedora.
What about like a British guy like with a scarf and like he's like getting his
You know, if
tea?
he's-
Like, he's-
Maybe.
you know what I
Maybe,
mean?
but
Like,
it does
If he's
look like
he
really
doesn't sound
hot
like
and
that guy.
65.
no.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
Yeah,
he's
I
coming
think
back
he needs
from
to be
like
older.
Wow.
a fox hunt.
But like
Okay.
for me,
Yeah,
I'm a big
exactly.
fedoras on men under a certain age. I'm with you,
Yeah.
Haley. The Newsie
I get
cap
the
I'm torn
fedora
on because I've
thing.
seen Eric in it so much. But anybody besides Eric, I'm not a fan of.
That's how I feel. Eric, yes.
I
Everyone
get
else, no.
fedora.
Okay, but so Haley, he's got, what are we calling this guy? Eric,
Let's call.
Please God.
the king.
Let's
What's his name?
call him Ryan.
Ryan.
Right.
Okay, so Ryan, do you like everything else about Ryan?
Well, I think his wardrobe in general is not ideal.
Okay.
That's a larger question beyond the hats.
Yeah.
But
But you're like
I-
really
so-
embarrassed.
So far, so good on everything else.
And what would you describe
It's
his
still new.
wardrobe besides the hats? What is the wardrobe? What is this guy looking like?
Okay. So that date that he wore the hat, he wore a camo polo shirt and kind of quasi dress pants. We were going swing dancing, so maybe that's why. But
other people wear their normal clothes when they go out dancing.
He wore a
The other night he wore, it was bad. It was really bad. It was not good.
I didn't even know
And
they
then
made
he
polo shirts in camo.
Yeah, he wore another polo shirt the other night, and he's not preppy. He's an artist. He's not.
Is he one of those
like
guys that tries to dress in a different era? You know, like they're kind of trapped in that other era. Is he one of those guys?
I don't know. I haven't broached the conversation about his wardrobe yet. It feels a little too soon.
Okay.
Okay, I have to tell you guys something.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my experience. I don't love all the things that Eric wears, but this is
too much.
Forever.
I can't handle this. It's too real. My heart's gonna break.
Hold on, no. I love him so much that I don't care, you know. And I see, and I want him to feel good and be happy.
Yes,
you know.
But you don't like
worry,
when he wears.
I'm not going too deep.
Jess, you don't like when he wears garbage from an estate sale.
I actually love that. It's just, you know.
You don't like when he wears a jacket with dirty Kleenex from another man.
When he uses Peter Falk's handkerchief.
That was really funny.
That's not a big turnaround where he goes, dude, he used this while sick.
Could you say that every single person loves everything their partner wears? There's got to be a time when you don't like what your partner wears.
Agreed.
Where you're like, oh, I don't love that, but I'm not going to say anything.
I agree. But here's what's different about this one.
It's only
this is a new relationship.
Yeah.
So when
she's
you're
like
in love,
mortified.
well, it's also I'm guessing, Haley, it's more of, do I try to fix this or do I move on? But so what is because now we have a pretty good sense of what's going on lightly between you and Ryan. What is the specific question we could help you with?
How do I steer him away from wearing these hats ever again?
That's such a hard question. I was hoping it wasn't that, because that is such a complicated one. He's got a wall of hats.
Yeah.
He loves
a wall of hats.
Okay. Are there hats you do like? Let's start with that. Do you like certain types of hats? Okay.
Yeah, when we're out hiking, wearing a baseball hat, that's fine. Like a more felt hat. But specifically the flat brimmed hats are.
Haley, I got a crazy pitch. No, you go. I want to hear what you were going to say.
Well, I just want to acknowledge what you're saying, Jess, and I have thought about it a lot, and I don't think trying to change your partner is a great strategy or and wanting them to feel comfortable and good in how they feel is very important. So I hear you, and I ultimately I aspire to be as enlightened as you.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, thanks. I feel seen. But you can also distract. You can continue buying him hats you like so that he will wear it to make you happy. What if he did that? And you're like overly complimentary when he wears a hat that you like, and then don't say anything when he wears a shitty hat.
Yeah.
What about that?
Really quick to you, Jess, is there an outfit that Eric wears that you hate so much that you have done a strategy to get? Because we know, and I'm a guy who's got bad style, but sometimes Eric will. Oh yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes Eric will. I'm just wearing black tie. I look like a stage manager at a theater these days because I've just given up. But Eric every once in a while will show up to a lunch, and I'll just go, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And then he'll go, what? As if I'm the crazy one. And I'll go, I'm not even getting into it. He'll go, you got something to say. And my real thought is just, wow.
Sure.
Is there anything that you're like, that's too much for me? It doesn't change my love for the man, but I have to get him away from that article of clothing.
I don't have the bandwidth or energy to do that. And I don't care.
Perfect
enough.
match. Perfect.
And I never have. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Do you, baby? You want to wear the thing?
Yes.
Babe, you wear
want to go out.
You love it. You do.
Loving it.
Eric's a walking estate sale sometimes.
I took him to that Mannix estate sale, by the way. That was me taking him, and I got a pair of pumps and a purse and a cardigan.
Were there any garbage in any of those things and you kept it?
Unfortunately, no.
He did keep it. It was the garbage. The guy. It was the garbage. Yes, he did.
Really?
He was excited about it.
He said this is from when he was sick. He goes,
brother, he was sick and used this. And I'm like, Eric, stop it.
That's not a flex.
It's not a flex. But Haley, So I've got a crazy pitch for you.
I got a couple too.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what I think would work. I'm putting myself in the shoes of Ryan. And he's like, I got this new gal. It's working. I'm a cool artist. I got a cool style. The ladies seem to like it. But he's kind of the star with his clothes. What if you got matching hats and wore them too? Because there's nothing dorkier than a couple in matching Newsie caps. He thinks he looks cool in it, but he would not think both of you looked cool in it. So you become the hat person so that he doesn't wear a hat, then you lose your hat, and then you do the Jess thing. You compliment him so much without the hat.
Okay. I like the idea of getting a hat and joining the bit. I think partly he wears a hat because he is not as blessed with Gareth's, permeable, luscious hair.
Only
So
Gareth.
he's
She just said Gareth. She didn't say
balding.
anyone else. Okay.
Did I say Gareth?
Trying to point out permeable.
Permeable. Well, you have permeable. Yeah. Anyway, so I think that part of it is he wears a hat to cover that up, and
That's
I think the hair could also use some assistance. Like it needs to just be, he needs to accept that he's balding and just cut it back, as opposed to kind of, wafting it up in the front to cover up the situation.
No.
So,
Does he comb it from the back to the front to create fake bangs?
No. We're
We
not
got a
that.
guy
It's
like
not
that doing that
Okay,
in
that's
China,
what I
though.
just
We've had
pictured.
that caller.
Yeah, it's not that
We got an
dire,
English guy in
but
China doing that
you
exact
have.
look.
We
Yeah.
like we're
Yeah.
like we're an employment agency.
But we literally got a guy who does
We
back
got
to front and little bangs. And
we
we've
got a
had-
limey in China who's doing that for us.
We've dealt with that call.
God.
It's
We've
called
handled
fine
it.
in
Oh my
China.
God.
It
You got to
doesn't work
share
in
him.
England.
Take him out on
That's
the
a real
Thames.
nightmare.
Gareth, what are some pitches here?
I think, look, like you said, hats are not the problem. I like Jake's attack the hat style. I almost think, what if you just, and this requires some from you, Haley, but what if you just start dressing like a Flappers girl? You start wearing some really weird clothes, almost like you're going out to like do the Charleston or something like that. Make him feel a little uncomfortable. And then you could sort of say, do you like my outfit? Something like that. If he's not into it, you could say, I have some issues with your wardrobe. I don't love those hats.
Oh, man.
My other pitch
I know,
is
hard.
take him off
That's
the wall.
tough.
Take him. Take him
Wait,
and see
that's
what he
I
does.
was going to say. I was
And
going
then-
to say something just like that. Yes.
Say it. What were you going to
Well,
say,
like,
Jess?
what if you got some cute organizers from the Container Store? Those like little canvas boxes, and like act as though it's like a thing that you're doing to like help him organize. Take it off the wall, out of view. You can't. He doesn't even know what
out
he's
of sight,
got.
out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. Maybe even replace with hats you like. And then anytime he goes to grab a hat when you're going out for dinner or whatever, just grab his hand and be like, "Let's go. You look so cute." And just like distract. It's like, having a toddler. You just distract. It's like, you want the cookie, Let me get, like, I'm going to distract you with this toy or whatever.
Haley, I got to get
You know
real
what I
on
mean?
this one now.
Okay.
I don't think it's a match.
Oh,
I think you break up. Yeah.
that
I think
I
over
did
the
cross
hat?
my mind.
Let me
Yeah,
pitch a couple
no,
more
not
before
over-
you go break
Beyond
up.
the hat.
But it's
Beyond
like
the
you
hat,
don't
it's also
like
the
his
hair.
hat. You don't like his style. We're talking about changing something. He's not an unhappy gentleman. He's
Yeah.
like, not only do I like
Well, what if
hats,
he doesn't
I got a wall of
care?
hats.
'Cause- So I was talking to a guy friend, and I was saying, I don't like what he wears. That doesn't feel too materialistic to cut someone out for that reason. And my friend said, well, I would love if someone told me how to dress. So you just
That's
don't
the
know.
other
I don't
side.
know if he's attached to what he wears, or if he just wears it because that's what he wears.
He doesn't know what he's doing. None of us do. Honestly. Something like you could be a force for good change. This is what I would say.
All right.
Buy him 2 hats. You find 2 hats you like, buy him 2 hats. You give him 2 hats. You go, I know you like hats. Here's the 2 hats. Anytime he's wearing one of those caps, you just start to say, what about one of my hats? Do you not like my hats? Personalize it a little bit. Make it so that your emotions are a little tied to these 2 hats. And that might eventually, as you get more comfortable, unearth this thing of like, do you not like my Newsie caps? And you'll go,
Yeah, but
honestly,
do it cute. Like, instead of like combative, just be like kissing and like, oh, you like it. Like, just like be cute about it,
What do you, is he like a Giants fan in San Fran? Does he like the 49ers? We could go a really easy route.
Oh, that's
Yeah, maybe a Giants hat. I
And
don't
you
think
get
he's a
Seems
big
more
sports
thoughtful.
person, but he just went to a game with
But
his
if you could get him
family.
like a vintage cool Giants hat
Yeah.
where he's like, oh, this is cool. I'm an artist. This was from like the 80s. You're like, yeah. Then he's like, that's cool actually. And then go, oh my God, you look so hot in it. And then when he puts another hat on, go like this. Oh my God, you look so much better in a baseball hat. It's like your face fits it.
Think that's the right kind
Stroke
of
the
language.
ego.
And then
Love that.
do just that for a while, then get him a shirt and go like, I got to tell you, you got a nice body. You shouldn't hide it in camo.
This is so good.
And then he's like, you
It's
like
a
this?
fresh
And you go,
white tee, you know?
a fresh, and you go,
Yes.
I got to tell you, you in a baseball hat and a white t-shirt, whoa. And then that night, do what comes natural.
You know what
And say,
Jake's
keep the
talking
hat
about.
on.
Here's the thing. Nobody wants to eat TV dish, right? He's eating like shit because he doesn't know that there's a better meal out there. If you present a better option and you say you like it, I am very confident he'll start going in that direction. And I think Jake's right. Like, aim it like that. You're going to win with
Easy.
like
You get
honey.
him 3 white t-shirts and a cool vintage hat. He'll go, I'll just put this hat on. And then he'll at least always, and then go ahead.
I was just going to ask you guys, Jake and Gareth, what if Ryan confronts her and he's like, do you not like my hats?
This is
I
what
feel like we should at least like give her some tips. Just
Or
in
you're trying to
case.
change me.
Well,
yeah, like if you
it's-
start something,
Then
maybe
you
we
might
can
be in
help
the
with
Jake
that.
zone where, look, if he's, this is honestly, my reaction would be this. I would, if he says, would you not like these hats? I'd say, can I be totally honest? I just don't think they're a good look for you. I think you look better in this sort of stuff. I just think you look really cute like that. And my friends think you look cute. I think it's just a better look.
Go to the you look good in this versus I don't like this. Yeah, I like that.
But Gareth, you know me on this. So you know if somebody gives a compliment or a comment happens and you start changing for it, I think it's a big mistake. So I'm a believer. If I were Ryan, this would be a breakup for me. If somebody said, hey, wear this, and I went like, yeah, thank you. And they go, you look so much better. You don't look so great in the other stuff. And I go, well, I'm 36. I've been wearing it for a while. And they go like, yeah, I know, but I like you with this. Then in my heart of hearts, I'm going to go, maybe I should find somebody who likes, I'm an Eric guy in that, then maybe I should find somebody who likes me for what I like to wear. Because I'll tell you, Haley, I don't give a fuck what you wear. Be happy. And if all of a sudden I now have to change based off your compliments, where's my center? Because all of a sudden you might then have me wearing a fucking hula hoop on my head and I'm going, well, everybody likes it.
Yeah. And you
I'm
like yourself.
chasing a compliment.
I think you can at least motivate the conversation this way. And if he gives you that, then you can make that decision, But I mean, you very easily then could just back off and just go, look, if you love it, you love it. Go for it. I
just
like
don't
this
want to
hat.
be with you. I'm not turned on by you when you're wearing polo camouflage. And he goes, then get out of my bed. There's a line of ladies.
Is there?
No, you have to
There's a
lie.
wall of hats.
There's a wall of hats.
A line
So-
of ladies.
Okay.
You notice when you said you guys should break up, how she was like, wait. Like you want to make this work. So that's really good that you want to make this work.
Well,
and
and
you know it is a little materialistic, a little bit.
Right. That just feels, I'm not that materialistic that I would end a whole relationship over what someone's wearing in
people
the
are.
first month of getting to know
Also,
them.
but you're only a month in. It's like this. If
We're
you go
only
to
a
a
month
restaurant,
in.
if you go to a restaurant and you go like, really cool location, great. Ooh, Vietnamese is my favorite. I like it. And then you go, menu's weird. Well, don't go, how do I change the menu? Yeah, there's another Vietnamese place 3 blocks away.
Or how do I change myself? And how do I look inward and say, no, and,
And
just
learn
say
to like a menu that I don't like?
yeah, what if
That
there's
sounds like
something
lunch with
that
Eric.
Vietnamese
I
restaurants,
like?
Jess.
Lunch with Eric. Or you could
There's a
just
wall
put
of hats, kid.
Or you could just rub hot sauce on the inside of these hats you don't like, and he'll develop a little bit of a rash, and you say, I think it's something to do with that material. Stop wearing them.
And by the way, a little bit of
That's great.
By the way, put a little bit in that. You know what you could do? You could say there was you're in education, right? So you could say there was a lice breakout and try on all his hats one day and do a funny thing and be like, look at me in this hat, look at me in this hat. And then be like, oh my God, look at me. And then the next day go, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed to tell you, I have lice. You got to get rid of all those hats.
You got to shave your head. Oh my God, you look so good like that.
Well, you know what's interesting is that the school I work at is doing a production of Newsies. So what I could borrow his hat for the production and then tell him that they all got lice.
They all have lice.
Or
the kids haven't given them back.
Or
Yes.
alt pitch to all this is you've just been in Newsie's world and you can't shake the fact that he looks like a little Newsie boy and
It's so
kind
unsexy.
of distracting. Yes. I mean,
Oh
there
my
is
God.
something to the idea all the students are wearing Newsie hats and now my partner's wearing a Newsie hat. It's kind of a weird.
But Haley, I also love, can I use any of these hats for the kids? Now, once I've seen little boys and girls wearing them, you like, look, I liked it before. Because I ruined this for you, Ryan. Can I just buy you 3 baseball hats?
Oh,
Because I'm
love that.
associating it with kids. Can we
Let
go
me
hat
take
shopping?
you out for hat
I'll
shopping.
pay.
Oh, hat.
On me.
Yes.
But I ruined this for you, and it was my fault. But
And then you're the
once,
hero.
But once I associate
Yes.
anything with kids, it is just
not-
not sexy to
yeah,
me. I just
I'm
see
done.
you as a 9-year-old boy singing on a little box about buy a newspaper for 5 cents.
Yes.
So can we please? I want to take you hat shopping. I want to pay for it, but you can obviously keep the hat. But is there any way you can not wear them around me? Is that so rude? And he'll go like this. No, I don't care.
Haley, I think that seems to have tickled all of our fancies. If you say, let me borrow the hats for the production at the school, you take them there. When you're bringing them back, you say, honestly, it's kind of the charm's been worn off. Children were wearing these. My bad. I fucked up. Let me take you hat shopping as a mea culpa. And then you're kind of the new administration without him knowing all the details. Right?
Or you can also just not give them back and just say, oh, I forgot, I got to go get them. And just like kind of like act like you just forgot, or maybe they were lost, accidentally donated something. And then you can also, like, if you don't want to like be so confrontational.
Yep.
Okay.
What do you think,
I like
Haley?
this.
This is pretty good.
I think it's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think it's great.
I think
are
it'll
you
work.
Are you signing off on the last iteration of the plan? What are you going
Yes,
with?
borrowing the hats for the kids. Hopefully he lends them. I don't know if they have sentimental value.
But if he said, by the way, if he says no, that's okay, Haley, because it's still
It
the
still
same
works.
thing.
Yep.
It's
Exactly.
still the
I
same
can just
style.
say
of
that.
hat.
Yeah.
Still surrounded
Good
by
point.
Yeah.
It's a sex
It doesn't
color.
matter because I can then go with, oh, these hats are just a total turn off because I've been swimming in these Newsie hats and 12-year-olds are wearing
You look like a
them.
little boy to me.
it. Yes.
I'll tell you what he doesn't want as a balding 36-year-old man in a cool Newsie hat. You look like a little boy in a musical. That's a nightmare to hear as a man. To a woman you're trying to impress, you look like a little boy in a musical.
In a musical.
Nothing
You look like
hurts
a
more.
little boy in a musical.
You look like a little boy in a musical, and it's cute. And you go like this. No, I'm sexy and cool. And I wear a Newsie hat, and you go, you literally look
I'm
like
a
a
Peaky
little boy
Blinder.
named, you look like a little boy named like Jonah singing
Lewis.
his little heart out.
Yeah.
Lewis.
About below the fold. It's below the fold. Yeah.
Humiliating.
Yeah.
All right, keep
What do
going,
you think, Haley?
Yeah.
This is great.
Can you do us
So
a
good.
favor? Can you take a
Yes.
photo of the wall of hats?
Mhm.
We need to see those. And then could you take a photo or a video of the play? So we can see at least like 10 seconds of the Newsie play. We can block off the kids' faces. Maybe a photo. So we don't have to figure out how to do that with video because we will put a little black line over the kids' faces. But to see the hats of it. And then
I can do,
if you can
Go
do
ahead.
that. Is that possible or no?
I don't know if I can take photos of I think I could definitely take photos of maybe their costumes,
Okay,
like
that
lined
works.
up and ready to go, as
I hear what
opposed
you're
to
saying. I
anything
hear what you're
involving
saying. Yeah, I
children.
hear you. Actually, if someone took a photo of my kids for a podcast, that would be fighting words. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the costumes, I think that's a great idea.
Yep.
Okay.
But Haley, I
For
think
an extra,
Yeah.
I'm just saying for an extra bonus, it would be really cool to see what a camo polo looks like. I don't know if
Same.
you guys want to see that.
I do.
Sure.
I just can't picture it.
Eric
I'm just
has
throwing that in there as
camo cargo shorts.
Eric? He does?
Yeah.
This is how much I know about my husband's wardrobe.
Yeah, and he wears them with tie-dye shirts a lot.
Yeah.
And the Newsie hats.
Yep. And some slides, Birkenstocks.
Yeah, dude.
That's my man. That's my guy.
Hey, Jess, we got that in
That's my
common.
baby.
That's my
He's
man,
so
too.
tiny. That's my tiny little baby.
That's the guy right there.
That's the guy.
So, Haley, what do you think?
I think this is great. And if it doesn't work, I'll just, become enlightened like Jess, and I'll let go of it and accept
I
someone
love
for
your
who they
view
are.
of me.
Hot sauce.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
honestly, if it doesn't work, call back. We'll have Jess back on again.
Okay.
And we'll see. Let's end at enlightened, because the truth is, you're a month deep. You might also go like, Ryan did another thing that sucks.
Yeah, that's
then we're
probably
gonna
going to
say-
happen, to be honest.
You go fishing every once in a while. You pull some fish in. They're good. Every once in a while, you got to throw them back.
Yeah.
Not every
Yeah.
fish belongs on the boat.
Well, yes. And the play is not for another 2 months. So it's a bit of a long game, but
Oh,
I
you've
could
only been
start
with
talking about the play
Yes.
and talk about the
Yes.
costumes.
Yes.
You're
And
also-
Foundation.
set it up like, that reminds me of the costume that the kids are wearing.
Haley, this is it. We might not even have to use the hats. Every
Okay.
time he wears it, you just go, oh my God, it's so, you laugh. And he goes, what's so funny? And you go like this, we're doing Newsies at the play.
I'm dating a newsie.
And I feel like I'm now on a date with one of the 12-year-old boys.
It's the
'Cause I'm-
evening edition, Mrs.
That alone, he'll go like, oh, this isn't a Newsie hat. It's more like a cab driver from the 40s hat. And you go, yeah, I mean, those literally, I was looking at those exact hats for costume. And he'll go, if you start wearing gloves with the cut off fingers, I got to go.
If you sell me a paper, I'm out of here.
Yeah. And so he just starts knowing these cool hats are associated.
With the Newsies.
Give
With
him
the Newsies.
give him a quarter and ask him to bite it.
Yeah.
Is that a thing from the Newsies?
I think so. They're like, oh, that's
Right.
real.
To see if the silver's real.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
well, that's real, isn't it?
Yeah, because cheap silver will bend. But
Yeah, that's right. Well, what does
You
Jake
can
know?
even nickname him.
what do
Nickname
I
him
know? I do it every
Newsy.
time I get a nickel.
Nice try.
Every time I get changed, and they go 37, and I go, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
I've tried biting an ATM card.
Jake's dentist is like the right side. All silver biting fillings.
But Haley, I think this works. Are you genuinely happy with the solution, and are you going to try it?
I'm genuinely happy with the solution. I am going to try it.
And
There
so
we go.
what are you specifically, and then we're going to get out of here, but tell us what you're going to do, because the play's in 2 months. You've only been dating for a month. You've got things coming up, art shows with friends that you are a little embarrassed about. I
do.
remember that as the
Coming
beginning.
up this weekend.
So
Yeah.
how do we start this right away?
I think we start it right away where when I'm at his place this weekend looking at his hat wall, I pick one off the wall and I say, hey, this is so funny. We're doing this production. This reminds me of what the students are wearing. And so I just start planting the seed that this is, to me, costumey.
And
not
don't be afraid to
something
laugh a little too.
Okay.
Like, oh my God,
I feel
it's so
bad
funny.
doing that, but
Then
I'll
don't
do
laugh,
a
then don't
gentle
laugh.
laugh.
You find it. You find it,
You
Haley.
find
but
it
you're
is
right.
right.
Start throwing some seeds out there. It's the right way. Long
Okay.
game.
Great. Thanks so much.
All right, Haley.
Thank you.
Go get him.
Great.
Good win.
Thanks,
Bye.
Haley.
Thank you.
Bye. Good luck.
We're Here to Help is hosted by Jake Johnson and Gareth Reynolds. If you'd like to be on the show, please email us your question at helpfulpod@gmail.com. And if you want to watch video episodes of We're Here to Help, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/heretohelppod to see our entire catalog.
We're Here to Help is produced by Rabbit Grimm Productions, executive producers Rob Hollis, Jeff Porter, and Natalie Hollis, associate producer Jesse Thurston, editing, mix, and master by Chris Fowler.
Theme song by Oliver Raleigh. The cover artwork is by James Fosdyke. Animations by Andrew Strelecki. And if you'd like to see Gareth do stand-up on the road, go to GarethReynolds.com. Remember, all of the advice given on We're Here to Help is for entertainment purposes only, and all listeners should be adults and make their own decisions.
That was a HeadGum podcast.